Today we're going to see what's inside a turnstile.
Ka.
I think that's why they sold this thing to us, right? It's not working. This here is a gym turnstile that we bought from a junkyard. This thing is really heavy. And the ratchet, if you've never stopped to think about it, is basically just a mechanism where something spins, but it only spins in one direction. When you try to spin it the other way, it doesn't work. So we did some research here at Manual du Mundo, took a look at the things we have to see if there were any other ratchets, right? Other uses for this mechanism. And yes, we found out there are 3 more things, 3 ratchets, and you've probably used at least one of them. The first one is this one, which is called a ratchet wrench. When you need to remove a nut, you take this piece here, which is called a socket. You put it on the end of the ratchet wrench. It fits here, so you can use different sizes. And look, in this case, it's tightening the nut. Look how cool. It moves freely in one direction. Nothing happens. And when you pull it in the other direction, it engages. You can reverse the direction here. So now it's removing the nut. The second ratchet we found is the one that goes on top of the pickup truck to tie down cargo. Watch how this works. Attach this end to a hook in the truck bed. Then I'll attach it to the set. The other piece is a strap with a hook. You attach it somewhere else. The ratchet is used to tighten this system. Come here. I thread the end of the strap through the axle here, and then I start turning the ratchet. And then the strap winds up on this axle. See, it's pulling the table. Pulling the table. In a pickup truck, there would be a load here. This would tighten the load. It's really cool because you have a lever, so you don't need much force, and it tightens a lot. And the cool thing about it being a ratchet is that you tighten it, but it doesn't loosen. With every squeeze you give, it locks in place. The nice thing about this ratchet is that we can already see a bit of its mechanism. It's more open. So basically, it's a gear that has a smooth part and a lock. On this lock, there's a kind of pawl with a spring that doesn't let the ratchet go back. But that's not all. The ratchet mechanism is also in the lever, so when I push the lever forward, it does nothing. When I pull it back, it makes the shaft turn. So, in the end, there's a double ratchet here, but the ratchet you've probably used before is this one. It's the bicycle freewheel. What is it for? So you can stop pedaling the bicycle, and it still keeps moving forward. If we didn't have a ratchet attached to the rear wheel as you go downhill with the bike, the pedal would keep spinning nonstop. Some bicycles work like that, but they're much harder to ride. They're more for doing tricks and stuff than for taking a ride or commuting to work. So, they're on the rear wheel axle. You'll have this part, the freewheel. When you pedal forward, it pushes the wheel. You can notice that the whole ratchet moves. When the bicycle goes downhill, this happens. The wheel spins, but it spins freely. It doesn't catch the chain. It doesn't move the chain along. And you can even pedal backwards, and it doesn't make any difference to the wheel. This ratchet here, in this case, we've already used it in a Manual du Mundo video. That's why it has a bunch of welding marks. I really wanted to open it, but I don't know if it's possible anymore with this mess we made on top. I'll try, okay? To be honest with you, I have no idea how to open this thing, like originally. It's covered in welds, so you can't see what this part looked like before we made a mess of it. So we're gonna have to use a little bit of, we didn't give this a name, did we? Just the grinder itself. Oh, but you're not wearing gloves? It's a rotary tool. Sometimes I even use gloves with the grinder. I'm not sure if I should, but here in the instructions, yes, it does mention gloves. Usually, we don't use them with rotary tools because if you wear gloves here, your finger can get caught and then the glove pulls your hand in. It's actually worse to wear gloves than not to. Especially with saws, that's a serious problem. It's better to get a small cut. Let the saw pull in and cut your whole hand. Since the drawing shows this, wear gloves when using disc. Did they put it inside this turnstile? It's not easy. The tip of the screwdriver broke, and it still didn't open. The battery ran out because I was here for so long. Let's change it. Water. I think the mechanism itself is on the other side. Look, this turnstile, let's do this. I'll buy a turnstile and I'll open it up and make a short video to show you guys deal. Because this one, I don't know what we welded inside. I just know I've already spent half an hour here grinding this thing and got nowhere. You've probably noticed by now that I don't give up easily, right? I said I'd stop, but I'm still going. That was the second battery. And now I think we don't have any more batteries left. Let's open it. We know. Ah. I think you'll be able to see exactly what happens when you pedal your bike, huh? On the outside, we have the teeth that catch the chain, but on the same part inside here, look, you have some teeth that are really flat. And here there's a movable part with a little spring underneath. As you turn it, look, this part fits into place. So when I turn it in this direction, nothing happens, see? The part just keeps hitting there, and the little spring keeps working. When I try to turn it the other way, it locks, see? This part catches on the tooth. So it turns this way, but locks that way. It turns this way, but locks that way. The question now is, do we have the same mechanism inside here? There's a seal and a key. It's probably so no one can cheat the number of people who went through the turnstiles. Let's start by breaking the seal, which wasn't hard at all, let's be honest, right? Let's open this with an Allen wrench. Some people say that the word katraka comes from katraya, which comes from the Arabic word for drop or drip, because that little sound tick, 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 tick that the Ratchet makes would be similar to the sound of a drop of water falling. But we found in other places the information that it's an onomatopoeia. In other words, the name katraka is more about the sound. Tick, 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 katraka, katraka, katraka. That's the sound it makes when we pass through or turn it on the bike. Anyway, you saw several Ratchets today. Oh, it opened really easily, huh? New. What a crazy thing. I was sure this would have an amazing mechanism. There are 5 layers working at the same time. Let's break down each one of them. And you'll see this is way cooler than we thought. The first layer up here is the people counter. What counts is this little machine here, okay? Every time I press here, you can see the number goes up, but what really makes it spin is that little 3-pointed crown down there. So, when I turn the turnstile, you can see it activates the mechanism and changes the number here. So, every time someone turns the turnstile, it counts once. The second layer is this big round gear here that you can see very clearly. It's connected to a small gear inside that's attached to this white wire here. I don't know what it's for. Let's take it apart to see if we can figure it out. Wow, there's a complex electronic component here. I think this is simply an electronic counter. There are 2 discs cut in half, and every time I turn them, the discs enter an area that I imagine is some kind of electromagnetic sensor that detects the presence of the disc. Just a guess. Okay, I think ChatGPT can help now. I'll see if it can tell me what this is, then check if it's right. I took apart one of those turnstiles you see at building entrances, and I found this thing that spins as I turn the turnstile. It seems to me like it's an electronic counter. What do you think it is?
The most common name you can look for is turnstile position sensor or turnstile rotation sensor. Some manufacturers call it a turnstile encoder or a turnstile ESCI sensor, depending on the technology. If you know the brand of the turnstile, you can look for the counting sensor or the specific rotation detection module for that model.
That's right, a turnstile rotation sensor. When you turn the turnstile, it rotates inside, and it can detect that movement and send the information to a board, to a computer, etc. So maybe this turnstile is a hybrid. It counts people here on an older analog counter that doesn't need electricity, but it also counts in a digital way. Let's start removing some parts from the front to better understand what's underneath. This gear here was the one that did that electronic counting. And underneath. Now we have a mini ratchet. Let me clean it up a bit so it's nicer for you. In this circle, there are 3 teeth here, 3 holes, and they catch on these 2 parts. So if I try to turn it this way, this part won't let me. If I try to turn it that way, this part won't let me. That's what's locking the turnstile. And then someone on the other side is going to complain, right? But anyway, if the turnstile doesn't go either way, it's absolutely useless. I think there's a little part missing here that I'm going to make using a wire. Check this out. This here is a solenoid, right? It's a coil of wires, a coil. This is an electromagnet. It can control the turnstile electrically. So when you activate the magnet, probably back when it worked, it did this. It would move this part, and then you could turn the turnstile. It only turns in one direction, because in the other, that little piece over there still blocks it. Do you think we can get this electromagnet to work? Let's go to the next layer.
Isso aqui é uma das coisas que eu mais...
I wanted to know how the ratchet works. How does it make this blob movement? It does this, look, oh pluff. Oh, and it kind of locks into a position. There are only 3 positions. Look, this piece looks like a flower. It has 3 petals, and there are 3 holes here. And you see that up here. There are 2 little balls, and they have a really strong spring behind them, so they're pushing the piece. When the piece fits into this position, it stops. And for you to turn it, the pedal pushes the little ball. So the pedal pushes the little ball. I'm using a lot of force here. The springs got compressed, and then here, bam, the little ball goes back. That spring looks like it's really strong, huh? Let's take it out of here and see what happens. Music. Do you think it's gonna fly out? The spring is so strong, you can't even press it. That's a serious ball bearing that was up front, huh? It's much looser now. There's only one side with a spring here. Music. Music. We're gonna have to use a bit more intelligence, right?
Ah!
My dad always told me that we solve things with intelligence. Maybe this is the smartest mechanism of all, which is a ratchet that locks on both sides. You know that moment when you approach the turnstile, start to go through, then decide to turn back. It won't let you. This part does that, and it happens on both sides. If I try turning it this way, it still stops me. I have to complete the movement. It's a gear. A gear, and as usual, it has 3 holes, 3 slots here. When the turnstile is in the resting position, with no one passing through, this little piece here isn't catching on anything. When the turnstile starts to turn, the little piece gets caught on the teeth, and then you can't turn it back anymore. You have to go all the way, but this works for both sides. If I turn it the other way, this also happens, see? It also locks on the other side. So it's a turnstile that works both ways. Genius, right? Music. I already got my pants dirty. I knew this was gonna happen. The only pair of pants that didn't have a grease stain. Now it's stained. Music.
Ha!
What would the world be like if all the turnstiles were free? Think about something sturdy. That's what this is, the weight of the turnstile. What if turnstiles were free? Here, for those of you who thought there was just a ratchet inside the turnstile, as if turnstiles were free. As if the turnstiles, as if turnstiles were free. Like the digital counter, where you can see from a distance how many people are passing by. And another controller here, which should also control the next part, which is a lock that doesn't let the turnstile go forward or backward, but you can activate it from a distance. To release, then the turnstiles bump. That lets you move from one stage to another, and in the middle, it gets softer and then hard again, D. And in the end, it's actually a real turnstile. It doesn't let you go back once you've started the movement. If you haven't subscribed to Manual do Mundo yet, I think this is your chance to subscribe. Do you want a cool machine like this one? One time we took apart a cuckoo clock. It's all mechanical, just like this. As you can see, only much smaller. It's really crazy.